This Prime Minister is perhaps one of the most hypocritical Prime Minister this country has ever seen in its independent history. Here is a Prime Minister who is not answerable to the electorate on why corruption continues brazenly, why there is a joblessness at a 45-year high, why is economy not growing at the rate it should grow, it deserves to grow, why is it that the women are not feeling safe and secure, why is it that the youth is disenchanted with this kind of a government? Why is it that there is a huge rural distress and you do not even look at those issues? And on the other hand, you're talking about a country called Pakistan where you went uninvited. You are not invited and you go and participate in their functions. You call the Pakistani Prime Minister for your swearing-in ceremony. You are the person who exchanges sari shawl. You are a man who sent your National Security Advisor on a secret mission to Bangkok to speak to the National Security Advisor of Pakistan. You have invited ISI, which has never been heard before, to investigate the Pathankot air base attack. You also, through your BJP President Amit Shah, showed faith in their investigation capability. You are also the person who wrote a letter to Imran Khan seeking peace while we continue to face the brunt of terrorism. So the nation is wise enough to know who is working for the country and who isn't, who is talking for the welfare of the country, who isn't. So he can continue his diatribe, his narrative. It is not cutting ice for the people of this country. It is not about fighting elections and ready to fight elections. For the Congress party and to strengthen it, she has taken up the huge responsibility of Uttar Pradesh and ensure that we come up as a worthy opponent to the Bharatiya Janata Party and defeat them in the polls. So her confidence speaks for itself when she says she's willing to take on the Prime Minister of the country in a constituency where he made lots of promises. Kashi to Kyoto was the promise he made. In fact, people of Varanasi are saying, Kyoto nahi, Toto kar diya hai. This is what you have done to the people of Varanasi. So I think it is the confidence from which she speaks and the position of confidence she is in to expose the hypocrisy of the Prime Minister and expose his zero work in a constituency he chose. Nyay, the entire scheme was formulated taking inputs from global economists as well as Indian economists who've been working in this space. Let's not forget, India's economic survey also spoke about a similar idea. You must understand when Manrega was brought into being, a lot of questions were raised. When we waived off farmer loans in 2008, we saw how questions were raised. But when you have a GDP which is growing by leaps and bounds, I'm very certain we can take certain amount of percentage of the GDP to ensure that the poorest of the poor are looked after, their welfare is taken care of, and we have a country which is poverty free. We have a country which has confident citizens who can actually aspire to achieve whatever they seek. So questions are all right, but capability and intent to ensure that every single house is part of the inclusive development is something that the Congress is committed to through Nyaya. I would categorically say it is for the people of this country to decide whether jumlas, lies serve to them on a regular basis on issues that concern their daily life is something which is going to be the deciding factor for the people in times to come. Every data point, every survey report categorically states unemployment, joblessness, rural distress, and lastly, even the economic distress that the country faces and the corruption are the most important points for the electorate, and they would vote on the basis of that. My only demand and the Congress Party's only demand from the Government of India is that these economic offenders need to be brought to book in the land which they looted. They cannot be held accountable in another country. They have to be brought back to this country and face the law and ensure that every rupee that was looted out of the banks of every hard-working Indian's savings is brought back in the way we expect any elected government to do. Unfortunately, we have seen a government like Bharatiya Janata Party which has not just laid a red carpet exit for them, but also kept them safely guarded in foreign destinations, living a lavish lifestyle and living like total free birds with zero accountability.